Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good every time of the day, and welcome to day one of the 44th Mill Valley Film Festival. 44 years, wow. It used to be the little festival that could, and now it's a slightly bigger festival that does. So we're thrilled to be with you here on our opening night. And a shout out too to our sponsor for our daily live stream, the Make It Better Media Group, which is kind of cool because as well as being able to live stream through our own MVFF channels, we're also live streaming from Marin Magazine's social channels too. So I am Zoe Elton, Director of Programming for Mill Valley Film Festival. And I'd like to bring in my great friend and colleague, or froleague, as I like to say, Karen Davis. KD.
Hey, Zoe. Hey, world. Hey.
Oh, God. It's like that question. Are you ready? I don't know. Am I ready? Are you ready?
I think we're ready. I think we're ready for being surprised and astounded and to share all of the wonderful work that we've been seeing with everyone.
Yeah.
What should we talk about, Zoe?
Well, God, well, actually, let's get the business over because I know that people have been asking a lot about our COVID policy. And honestly, the best way of finding that is at our website, mvff.com, because, like everything, it's evolving. And, we've been lucky enough to get some feedback on things that we can do to make this as safe as we possibly can for guests of all stripes at the festival. Do you want to kick in with what our policy is, KD, or?
Sure. Basically, as you can imagine, we require the proof of full vaccination, and that is full vaccination, including the 2 weeks after your second vaccine. That's considered fully vaccinated, along with a valid photo ID in order to enter all film screenings. We do accept a negative COVID-19 test result, which has to be taken within 72 hours of whichever show that you plan to attend. Masks are required while indoors, and you can go to mvff.com/COVID. And yes, for those that just couldn't get it together beforehand, we do test behind the Rafael Theater. There's a testing station, the Kylo station. Yeah. So that is also an option as well.
And I believe there's a cost attached to that. So if you can get it done, with your own medical services, that's a great thing to do. Just be prepared, as the Girl Guides used to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So KD, opening night. I mean, Cyrano with Joe Wright, who's been at the festival a ton of times. I think the first time was with Pride and Prejudice, but I think all our eyes at that point were on Donald Sutherland, who we were tributing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I remember that year. Donald Sutherland was the most hands-on tributee we've ever had. I remember.
Not in a bad way, people. Not in a bad way. We're not talking handsy. No.
But I mean, I would get these emails back and forth, and he was fearless. There were things where, he'd done scenes in films that were controversial, and he said, no, show it all. He was amazing, but really fearless and very, involved with choosing the clips that we showed for that tribute that year. But of course, Pride and Prejudice, I think Joe Wright is kind of a classicist, and now we have him doing Cyrano, which was based on actually the theatrical version of this very, very classic story.
Yeah.
And with Peter Dinklage. What?
Dinklage.
I know.
It's
I didn't hear you.
Just trying to remember which French thespian, which author ultimately Cyrano comes from, if it was Molière or whatever. In any case, Peter Dinklage can sing, and he's an extraordinary power on screen for those that are familiar with him. I think this is, perhaps his best. He's really amazing in this film.
He really is. I mean, what an interesting career he has as well. I mean, The Station Agent, Game of Thrones. It's like what a breadth. I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah.
But KD, I think one of our great learnings from 2020 was how to be online and how to celebrate film in all its wonderful iterations online as well. So should we let people, or should we remind people of the offerings that we've chosen for our online opening films as well?
Absolutely. So more than half of all of our offerings, of course, we want everybody back in theaters. We're delighted to be in theaters again, but there are some people in California or around the country or even locally that prefer to experience Mill Valley Film Festival online. And we've got more than half the shows available online. So our online opening night films include, in the doc world, Becoming Cousteau, which is, of course, about Jacques Cousteau. Fabulous footage, wonderful film. And our online opening film for the world cinema section is The Last Bus, which is something, as you know, Zoe knows, is very dear to my heart and to hers. It stars Timothy Spall, the wonderful, wonderful English actor who takes a bus ride, which does happen, from the northern tip, John O'Groats, is down to the southern tip, which is
Land's End. Land's End.
Land's End.
Yeah, John O'Groats to Land's End. From
Yeah.
the very toppest tip of the British Isles to the very southernmost tip. But Katie, I think you should tell people a little bit about the backstory of how this film actually happened and didn't happen almost.
Oh, I think they should just experience it.
Yeah, just experience the film,
Actually,
no backstories.
I want to make sure that we also talk about The Bears' famous Invasion, which is our family film opening online, and that is a fabulous film. Which I think The Bears may be French. I don't know. Joanne Parsant will correct me if I'm wrong. And our opening online in the U.S. section is Queen of Glory, Nana Mensah's film, and we are delighted to present this wonderful, wonderful film.
Right, and I think that we should mention, although I think this will come up in a future daily stream, that Nana Mensah is actually the recipient of a completely new award, like a grant that we received this year for an emerging filmmaker in the Mind the Gap world.
The Creation Award.
Yeah, the Mind the Gap Creation Award. It's a $10,000 grant to be used in whatever way the creator wishes, so that it will really, really support them in their creative endeavors, which is a very, very key thing. So we're thrilled about that. And KD, the strands. We should talk about the strands as well.
Strands. Do the strand.
Do the strands.
So there was a lot of brainstorming that happened even before I came on board, and Zoe is a great one for brainstorming. So I got pulled in at some point, as she is wont to do, to talk about ways that people can find our films and find films that really appeal to the parts of their spirit that they want to be touched by certain works that are inspired by, let's say, in the strand we call create, films that cover or are about, or at their heart, they're about art and dance and music and theater, creative minds. So we have films in the create strand, which is a new way of organizing our content. So look for create. You want to pop into another strand, Zoe?
Well, what I would say is that we have 9 strands altogether. And I think each one is a one-word title with a, like a one-liner after it that will sort of explain what it is. And throughout the week in these live streams, we're going to be exploring each of those on a daily basis. So we really want you to, we hope to help you to become really familiar with those. In a way, it's almost like self-curation. Quite often people will say to us, what should I see? And, really when people say that, I'll say, well, what do you like? And I think if you look at the one words that describe the strands that we've put together, I think you see a picture of who we are as a whole, who we are as a community, and some of the things that are important to us, whether it's create or grow or debate or spirit,
Heart.
Yeah, heart. So yeah, if you're looking for love stories, go to your heart.
Yeah.
And we think it may be a way of, finding some gems, which of course is what we try to do for you all year.
I'll just
So
throw one more out there. A lot of people say that these films are so serious and down, but we have a laugh strand to let you know that if you're looking for something upbeat that'll make you smile, that is filled with laughter and fun, go to Laugh.
well,
So
then there may be a little dark humor in there as well, potentially.
So here's how you find the strands, mvff.com/strands, and that will take you there. And you can take a look at what we've put under those strands. And maybe you want to just follow an entire strand during the festival. So
That would
have
be
fun with
great.
it.
Yeah, please have fun. Go there and roam. And I think that's about enough for today. We'll be back again tomorrow at noon. And from me, have a great festival, KD.
Same. See you soon.